So what's up guys, I am BlackOpsAmazing, welcome back to another Zombies questions where I take your questions from the comment section below and answer them. If you enjoyed today's video, a like rating anytime you feel like it would be very much appreciated. Make sure you are subscribed to stay up to date with the latest Zombies videos on the channel, and also click that little bell notification icon as well. But with that out of the way, when you're ready, let's get into it. So the first question comes from Declan, and he says, in the remastered maps, the zombies have a Group 935 logo on their arm. Are the zombies 935 test subjects? Well, the reason they have the 935 logo on their arm could be for a few different reasons. As we know, Group 935 used prisoners of war as their test subjects, and they did actually on the rare occasion also use their own employees. So the reason why some of the zombies could have Group 935 logos on their arm is because they were employees that were experimented on. But the main reason, more than likely, is the fact that everyone who was working at Group 935 at the different facilities they had around the world, when the zombie outbreak happened, they would eventually succumb to the infection. They would have been infected by Element 115 and turned into zombies themselves. So these are employees that worked at Group 935 that have come into contact with either a zombie or Element 115 and turned into a zombie. The next question of today from Jay says, how did the broken robot by Generator 2 get there on Origins? Well, since it's not mentioned in the Canorium or anywhere else, we don't officially know what happened to this robot, but we can only speculate and get a good idea. So we know that in Origins, these robots were built by Group 935. By Dr. Richthofen, Maxis, and the rest of the Group 935 employees. And these robots are only possible due to Element 115. It is 115 that keeps them running, and you can see this blue liquid is running through their heads. So if you're thinking, how is it possible to build a giant robot in 1918? Well, Element 115 is your answer. Now we know that Group 935 officially built 3 robots. Their names were Freya, Odin and Thor, and these are the ones that we can see roaming about in Origins. But as we can clearly see, a 4th robot and possibly more were built. After the success of the first 3, it seems like Group 935 went on to build more, and just like the 3 that are active, they were sent to roam around the dig site, protecting it from the enemy. As the enemy was invading Group 935, the Japanese, the Americans, the Russians, as Germany was at war, these robots were given to the Germans to protect them, to fight back and win the war for them during World War I. And as we can clearly see, one of these robots didn't make it. More than likely, this downed, broken, destroyed robot that we see in Origins was taken down by an enemy panzer, an enemy plane, artillery. It's got to be something powerful that the enemy would have used to take this robot down. And we can see by Gorod Karovi, they're not specifically too difficult to take down, as in Gorod Karovi, even though they are the Gigant model, the ones created by the Russians. As we know, the Russians, specifically Viktor Reznov, stole blueprints from Group 935 and then used them to create their own version of the German robot, hence creating the Gigants. So they should be pretty similar in structure and strength, and if the Gigant robots can get taken down pretty easily by dragons and planes, then it shouldn't have been too different for the German robots. It seems like the enemy planes, artillery, have taken one of the German robots down. The next question from Ninja Gaming for the Win says, in the cipher where it said Dempsey was dying, what happened to him? PS, love your videos, keep it up. So thank you for that. But yes, in Revelations, we've only solved 3 out of the many ciphers there are in that map. And I'm willing to bet that some of those ciphers are going to be so interesting. Whether they're ever to be solved, we don't know. But so far, we have solved 3 out of the many that there are. Now, the other 2 that we've solved besides this one are not really too interesting. Or actually, I should say not new to the storyline. We already knew that information. One of the ciphers just tells us about how Maxis and Sophia sacrificed themselves to save Monty's perfect universe. We already knew that because we can see it happen in the Revelations ending. And then the other cipher is just a message from Treyarch saying thank you for playing the game. But there's a 3rd cipher solved, and it's very interesting because actually when we add it up to the ending that we've seen, it doesn't quite make sense. Anyway, this is the cipher up on screen now, and when decoded, this is what it says. I am the last of us, but I will be joining you soon, my friends. Cough cough. Death is near. I hope what we have done doesn't come back to bite this universe in the ass. Thank God we will all be gone, because if Monty ever found this place, we would be in a world ton of shit. Maybe now, with us all gone, the children will truly be safe. Signed, D. So the only D we know in the storyline is Dempsey. Clearly, this cipher was written by Dempsey. But this doesn't make sense. This doesn't, for me, add up with what we've seen at the end of Revelations. At the end of Revelations, we see that the characters tell Dr. Monty that instead of getting rid of us, you can simply just send us to another place in time. And that's exactly what he does. He sends us back to the age of Primus. But taking a look at the cipher that was written by Dempsey, he says, if Monty ever found this place, we would be in a world ton of shit. By the sounds of it, it sounds like Dempsey, along with Takeo, Nikolai and Richtofen, are hiding from Dr. Monty. But as we see from the Revelations ending, Dr. Monty knows exactly where he placed the characters because he is the one who put them there. He is the one that sent them back to become Primus. So what are the characters hiding from him? And actually this whole cipher doesn't match up with the Revelations ending at all. Dempsey starts off by saying, I am the last of us, but I'll be joining you soon, my friends. Cough cough. Death is near. Dempsey makes it sound like he's dying, but we see from the Revelations ending, they don't die, they are not dying, in fact they are just sent back in time altogether. Dempsey makes it sound like he's on his own, but clearly by the ending we see he's not. They all get sent back at the same time. He says, I hope what we have done doesn't come back to bite this universe in the ass. Thank God we will all be gone, but if Monty ever found this place, we would be in a world ton of shit. Maybe now with us all gone, the children will truly be safe. What exactly is Dempsey on about? What have they done? He clearly makes it sound like he's done something that he doesn't want Dr. Monty to know about. He says, thank God we will all be gone, because if Dr. Monty ever found this place, we'd be in a world ton of shit. What place is Dempsey on about? They've clearly done something to some universe. This has an impact on the children, because he says, now they're all gone, the children will truly be safe. But weren't they already safe in the house with Dr. Monty? It's so weird. When I see this cipher, I don't know, but for some reason I think of the graves in Revelations. It's just the way that Dempsey says death is near, about how he talks about him dying soon. And then obviously in Revelations, we can see the characters already have their graves set. And this also makes me think, if this cipher doesn't seem to be linking up with the ending that we've seen in Revelations, then does that possibly mean that there was another second Revelations ending? Now, this was a talking point for a long time. A lot of people thought, including me for a little bit, that possibly there's a second ending for Revelations. The main reason for this was the fact that the Revelations ending was just bad. It wasn't really too good. And also, there was things like this cipher, rumours, and a few other things that made us think that there was a second Revelations ending. I think we know by now that there's not, at least not in game, but maybe the cipher is relating to possibly a different universe. Maybe in a different universe, this event went down. Or actually, as we know, the whole zombie storyline is one big loop. We think that our characters have replayed this Revelations ending hundreds of times before, and every time they've done it, they've failed. The cycle has continued and have been sent back to the very beginning to Primus to replay everything over again. Be Primus, defeat the Apothecans, have their statues built in Origins, and then we go from Nakda and Toten all the way through World at War, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, all the way through Black Ops 3 to the Giant, to finally Revelations, where we defeat the Apothecans, and once again we fail because the cycle continues and get sent back to the very beginning and do everything over and over again. Could this cipher be from Dempsey after they've broken the cycle? The Apothecans have been defeated, and as we all thought for a very long time, maybe Dr. Monty was in fact evil, and we also defeat him. And so defeating him means we break the cycle and the characters are now free. And as we see from this cipher, the cycle is broken, the children are safe, but this means that the characters now have to hide from Dr. Monty and they are near death. I don't know, that's just a little theory or a little idea. I just think it's really weird. We all thought for a very long time that Dr. Monty was evil, that actually he was going to betray us, and we kind of see a glimpse of that in Revelations. I mean, he was hiding it from us. He never told the characters that they were not going to live. He didn't tell us that after they defeat the Apothecans, after he uses them to do that, they will cease to exist and fade away. Fortunately for them, Richtofen knew exactly what was going to happen and so collected the blood. But as we see, Dr. Monty was a bit mischievous by not telling the characters that after this they would die. And also in Revelations, the Shadow Man tries to convince us that actually it's Dr. Monty who's evil and not him. The Shadow Man tells us that actually Dr. Monty is just one of his many forms, that actually is also known as the Great Dragon, the Beast, the Beelzebub, Lucifer, Satan, and the Devil. The Shadow Man tells our characters that actually Dr. Monty is just one of his many names and the devil is his other. So he tries to convince us that actually Dr. Monty's the devil in disguise, he's evil. And if we take a look at this cipher, Dempsey is telling us, or he makes it sound like, actually, yeah, Dr. Monty is evil. He says if Dr. Monty ever found this place, we would be in a world ton of shit. Dempsey makes it sound like if Dr. Monty ever found the characters, found where they were, he would kill them. So it's all strange. What is this cipher on about? Is there another ending? Is Dr. Monty evil? Unless we can solve other ciphers in Revelations, or maybe in the future, we'll find out. But for now, it's a mystery. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Anyway, there we go. That is it for today. Hopefully you have all enjoyed the video. If you have, a like rate, and if you feel like it, would be very much appreciated. If not, it doesn't matter. Thank you guys for watching the video. Anyway, make sure you are subscribed for more zombies videos on the channel. Leave your comments in the comment section below, and I will see you all in the next one. Thank you, and goodbye.